This is Damprock, and we're back together with Bob Weber, Chief Engineer. Great to be back in the studio again.
Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad to see you, Damprock. It's been a while. We're kicking off a series of podcasts that feature interviews with artists, songwriters, musicians, and producers. Today, I've got a mini podcast for you. It spotlights a tune from the album Mountain Tracks by Roy Delaine Moore. In this mini podcast, Damprock, the interviewer, walks us through the backstory of the tune and how it was recorded. This is good stuff. Hope you like it.
I'm anxious to hear "Keep On Livin." Now, this one's got this is a little bit different, and this has got a cadence in it that you're not going to hear. I don't know if I've ever heard a song with a cadence in it like this, and the theme in terms of the lyrical content. So I'm looking forward to hearing kind of how this came about. Keep On Livin', where did that come from?
Well, initially it came from Bob telling me that I needed to come in with a new song next time. I started fooling around. I got to this one chord thing. I don't know, I just started to think about democracy is ephemeral. It can end any time, and people have to go on. You remember on the old Saturday Night Live, they always used to say, Franco is still dead, and Spain is no longer a fascist country. And that's pretty much what that's about.
Interesting. So is there much more of a political undertone to it than would be perceived?
I think it's pretty much what it says. It's pretty much what it says. After the Spanish Civil War, everybody was completely demoralized, and the churches were empty, the bars were full, and the women had to basically pull the men out of the bars and slap them around a little bit. Say, we got to keep on living. We lost. And that doesn't mean we all have to drink ourselves to death or go off somewhere and die.
And your life isn't necessarily over.
Life isn't necessarily over just because democracy has fallen in one country.
Wow, that's a strong message there. And I noticed it almost has a marching cadence to it. It's almost like you can almost see foot soldiers marching down the street. I don't know if that was the intent, but you sort of get visions of that.
That was the intent, and that idea just popped up. We got Richard to come up and bring his field drum. In his earlier incarnations was a drummer that played in a bunch of marching bands. So he had those marching cadences down pat. Brought him up, put the field drum in place, and started playing the cadences. And it just it took the tune from being a guitar part and a vocal to just growing to something that was way beyond that, turned it into, in my mind, it was a more powerful political statement. And it just evolved into a huge, monstrous song with, it kind of shakes you down to your soul with the way that the beat goes and the way that the lyrics play with the beat. It's a monumental track, it really is.
I'd also like to mention Jack on this thing, too, because he's kind of the unsung hero, and everything is kind of built on what he was doing on his guitar.
Now, Jack was playing acoustic, correct?
I was playing acoustic and Jack was
And both of you.
It's a very compelling song, very compelling statement.
Well, like I said, what caught my attention when I heard it previously, there's a cadence to it that it almost lends itself to, it almost sounds like it should be a background track to a video.
We're hoping somebody picks that up and takes the concept, the idea, and puts a video together. Yes,
I think that could very well happen.
Interesting. Let's hear a piece of it.
Here we go.
Life isn't necessarily over just because democracy has fallen in one country. It can end any time. Could you keep on living? Could you keep on living? Early in the morning, hear the rooster crowing. If it all goes down, could you keep on living? Could you keep on living? Early in the morning, the sun is keep on living.